Year back at it again. Your boy Ash Gray talking about doing what you enjoy for work. Alright, I made a video yesterday, but my memory card got full on me. Apparently I talk too much or I rap too much, so that's all the stuff that's on my memory card. So I mean, I had to move it somewhere else. So anyway, back to doing what you enjoy for work. Alright, let's talk about doing what you enjoy for work. So why should you do what you enjoy for work? Let's get into that. Why? The question is, why not? Why not do what you enjoy for work? Now, a lot of people don't understand that there are things that they love and that they do in their free time that they don't pursue for work because it might not exist yet. And that's just crazy to think about because, I don't know, a little over 10 years ago, the iPhone didn't exist. You see what I'm saying? Somebody had to go to work to make it exist. See what I'm saying? Shoot, a little over 100 years ago, car didn't exist. See what I'm saying? Somebody had to make it exist. You know what I'm saying? So why not do what you enjoy for work? But anyway, alright, the main reason I want to say is because people are doing shit that they don't enjoy for work. And what type of sense is that? Alright? Like, alright, there's a whole bunch of things you can do for money out here, right? There's a limitless amount of things you could do for money. Alright? So why not do the thing that you enjoy for money instead of doing, like, think about it. If you wouldn't do it for free and they gotta pay you to do it, and now again you don't like doing it, so you gotta use more willpower, right? And again, willpower is a muscle, so it only gets stronger if you use it, but you gotta use more willpower, and that's draining. It's hard enough to do work as is. It takes effort to do work. So now you mentally straining yourself to use more willpower to do some shit that you don't like, or maybe even physical strain if it's some physical thing that you wouldn't do. You see what I'm saying? So what I say, we talked about a lot of people don't do what they enjoy for work, and the options that they could pursue. We talked about the strain, the additional mental and physical strain because you're doing something that you don't like. Let's talk about your life force. Alright? Life force. For whatever reason, you are here on this planet. And like those who came before us, your time is limited. So you only have so much time to maybe leave a dent, right? Some people, when they're young, they know what they want to do. They want to leave a legacy. Some people, you know, as they grow older, they trying to figure it out. And then some people want to be great at many things. And then some people, you know, they're just content, you know, just taking care of their family, and which is very important. It's highly important. But they're beyond that, they're not really concerned with leaving a mark or whatever. So your life force, right? You only have so much time here to do what you want to do, and then you using your life force, you using your time and your energy at the least of your resources. You're using your own time and your own energy to do some shit that you wouldn't do for free. That's crazy. And you can't get that shit back. You can't get your life back. You know what I'm saying? Energy, you could rest, you could get energy again. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get that time back. I mean, some people say it's time wasted. Some people say it's time spent well learning lessons. However you want to call it, man. You got to consider that. Alright, and when it goes back to consumption, we talked about this in some of my other videos. Alright? So, you produce things so that you have the means to consume. So, you going to work doing something you don't enjoy, producing whatever it is that you don't enjoy in the first place. Right? So now, again, because you're psychological, because of the psychological effects of that, right? You're doing something that you don't enjoy. It doesn't bring you happiness. So if you're unhappy, what do you think you're gonna do as soon as you leave work? You're gonna try to get happy, bro. So through many different ways, you might end up consuming more than you would just on a regular basis if you were doing something that you enjoy, right? You're going to try to spend any resource you have left after you work to try to make yourself happy, because you just spent all this time and energy doing something that you don't enjoy, which is crazy. And you know, it's just crazy to think about. So why should you do what you enjoy, alright, for work? Alright? Reason number one is because you probably already do it for free. You probably already do it for free. You probably already spend your resources on it for free. Alright? Whenever you get out of work, right, and you have free time outside of the other obligations you have, people tend to do stuff. They might have hobbies. They might play sports. They might be involved with social activities. Whatever it is that they're doing outside of their work time, this is stuff that they're naturally interested in. Why? Because they're spending their time and energy on it. Okay? You're spending their resources on something, and they enjoy it. So they're happily searching for it, or happily trying to get to it, or happily a part of these organizations or clubs, whatever. All right. So if you're already doing it, number two, you have a natural interest in it. See what I'm saying? Why? Because you're spending your time looking into how to be a better maker or producer of whatever art and craft you're involved with. How to be a better golfer. How to be a better book club member. You see what I'm saying? You have a natural interest in that area, whatever that area is. Alright? So let's see. Alright, so that goes into our third thing, which is a crazy benefit, right? You already do it for free. You already spend your time and energy on it. You might even spend money on it, right? You're spending your resources on it. So that means you really enjoy it a lot, right? Because these resources are hard to come by. So then let's talk about the consumption benefit, right? So if you're doing something that you enjoy, if you're producing something that you already enjoy, right? Right? Let's say you like watching anime or something like that. If you go and get a job, or let me not say get a job, if you go and do work in animation, whatever that work may be, whether you're a voice actor, whether you're an illustrator, you know what I'm saying, whether you do audio, whatever, if you get some sort of work in that production process, and it's something that you enjoy, you get the benefit of, you get the making something that you like to consume, even though you didn't use it. Okay? So, like, we call that the consumption benefit, right? if I like making raps, right? I can make a song. Excuse me, if I like making songs, I can make a song and I'll be happy that I made a song knowing that it's hot. You see what I'm saying? I already like music. Now I made a song that I know is hot. And I ain't get paid. Then wait till I get paid. Then it's like I got paid twice. You see what I'm saying? You get the consumption benefit. And that's important. Because it's really important, man. It's just really important. It's just, I just put these ideas out here again so y'all can think about it. And then you got the set, and then what was that? Number 3, you already do it for free. You already have natural interest in it, using your resources. Number 2, excuse me. And then number 3, you got the consumption benefit. And then number 4, right? We're talking about getting paid twice. People willingly pay you for it anyway, right? Because you got to think about, there's a market out there for it. You know what I mean? Regardless of how large or how big it is. And depending on how large or how big it is, I mean, you know, maybe this is where y'all should start looking into econ and supply and demand. But we'll get into that in another video, right? Because I got to keep spoon feeding you. I got to keep, I mean, you might already know, but for the people who don't know, who they not up on this information, I'm gonna just keep spoon feeding you, right? That's how I came up. That's how I learned. You gotta learn bit by bit. All right. So, let's talk about experience, right? I know a lot of people out here want to change jobs, or they want to change their career field. They want to do new work, or they might be young and they want to do work but they don't have experience. The thing with if you do things you enjoy, you already have experience. All right, even if it's not at the professional level. Why? Because you already spent your time and energy towards it, probably your knowledge and your money towards it, right? Spend your time and energy towards it, money and knowledge towards it, all right? So that means you have hours, even though they're not professional, doing something constructive, all right? And now, you already like it. So that is experience, you know what I mean? Just because some company didn't sign off on you doesn't mean that you don't have experience. How the heck do they know what you do in your free time? How the heck do they know how many hours you spent doing researching for this new model you made by hand? How do they know how many hours you spent cutting up films, making music videos for underground artists? You see what I'm saying? They don't know. So if someone tells you that, nah, they don't want to hire you because even though your resume looks good or whatever, you don't have the experience. This is why you keep it moving. Again. But back to doing what you enjoy for work. You already have the experience. Even if you don't think you do. You do have the experience, alright? And where we at now? It's almost time. So talking about service in the market, right? So if someone tells you no, always remember you could do it yourself. If anybody tells you no, you can always say yes to yourself. Alright? It's highly important. Alright? You can always say yes to yourself. As long as you grind for it. Alright? As long as you hustle for it. Alright? You gotta go get it. You gotta be a go-getter, yo. It don't have to be a go-getter in the aspect of like these snake salesy dudes or women that you see on TV. You see what I'm saying? You could you could be a go getter and still be like, um, still keep your personality. Like, look at Bill Gates. Bill Gates, he don't look like um, he don't look like a prototypical salesman and all that. But he sold y'all boys windows. He sold, excuse me. But he sold all y'all windows, didn't he? You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta be clean shave in a suit and stuff like that. Like, you could do you and still get to it. All right. So remember, you can always tell yourself yes. So, all right. Again, there's 7 billion people on this planet, yo. Somewhere between 7 billion, 8 billion people. I'm gonna just round up and just say it's um what is it, a trillion people, right? So if it's a trillion people out here, right, and you think about all the needs that they have, right? Think about yourself for a second and think about all the desires that you have, right? Even though you might not be able to fulfill everything, you have desires that you need. Some things that need to be handled on a daily basis, and other things maybe like on a periodic basis. But as long as there are people on this planet, and as long as they have needs, you can service the market for whatever it is that you do. You see what I'm saying? So, again, this is why you should do what you enjoy doing, right? Because you do it for free. You already have a natural interest in it. You probably producing something anyway. People out here will willingly pay for it. You have experience. And all you got to do is find a target market. And to find a target market, you just got to use a little bit more time and energy. You know what I'm saying? Some knowledge. Maybe a little money. You know what I'm saying? But even if you don't have money, you can still be creative with that. See what I'm saying? So, alright, last thing, let me just finish up with this. Alright. So, this is how my mind thinks, right? Essentially, when you go to work, you pimping yourself, yo. For lack of a better word, you are pimping yourself, alright? Regardless of what you do, you pimping yourself, right? And I know people be like, yo, pimps, yo, that's a... There's this image about a pimp being bad, whatever. Take it how you want it. You pimping yourself to make a living, alright? Because you got to produce in order to have the means to consume, right? So, because you have to sustain yourself, right? So if you're going to pimp yourself, right? If you're going to fulfill or provide a service so that you have the means to make money to take care of yourself and sustain yourself, you might as well do something that you like, bruh. Right? Because you got character, you got pride, you got integrity. You got all these aspects and all these things that are affecting you, right? So you might as well stay within yourself and do something that you enjoy. That's not, that's not going against your pride. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people out here struggling. But it's a lot of people that's not out here on the corner asking for $1. Some people got creative and they found ways to sustain themselves without asking, or providing a service that they know that people want. So that's my little take on it, man. Let me know what you think. I know sometimes I get a little tongue twisted, or sometimes I'm talking about this and talking about that, but let me close up. This is why you should do what you enjoy for work, because you already do it for free. You have a natural interest towards it. You use your free time and your resources towards it. If you produce something anyway in your free time, you get a consumption benefit, right? Of You just happy that you made something that you enjoyed in the first place. All right, that you would probably use for consumption. You know, people willingly pay for it, and you just got to find a target for that population that wants whatever you have. Like I said again, we got roughly. I'm rounding up. But we got about 1 billion people, 1 trillion people on this planet. I think, what did I say before? Like 7.7 billion. So that's a lot of people. That's a lot of needs. That's a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? B.I.G. said more money, more problems, bruh. You know what I mean? Take it how you want it. More money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? Take away automobiles. It's going to be a lot of people having a problem getting to where they need to go. You know what I'm saying? So that could be your way up. That could be your way out. You know what I'm saying? So giving you too much gain. Nah, I'm just playing. But that's what I'm here for, man. It's Ash Greasy. Check me out. New book on the way. How to come up. Like I said, title might change, but I'm going to just say that since that's the vlog. How to come up on the way. New album on the way, new merch on the way, everything on the way, but I'm just out here grinding, man. This shit, like, I hope y'all don't take this for granted, because, like I said before, I'm using my time, my effort, my energy, my resources, you know what I'm saying, to try to give y'all this information, feel me? Because this camera wasn't free. This memory card wasn't free. You know what I'm saying? I had to charge this somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I just hope y'all stay hip, man. Stay blessed. Keep going out here getting it. Keep going out here grinding, man. Don't let nobody hold you back, man. Because how's the phrase go? I'm going to close it with this. I think, therefore I am.